the other guys step up, make shots, make some threes, and have an impact on the offensive end so that all of it doesn't go to Martinelli, especially if the other team's doing whatever they can to take Martinelli out of it.
And UCLA starts on offense. No Sky Clark for the Bruins.
It's just to see how aggressive Donovan Dent is. Really aggressive the other night against Braden Smith and Purdue. We've talked about his shooting struggles this year. Did that game on Tuesday get him on track?
Bilodeau's been their leading scorer, and he's gotten the first points.
That's why he is their leading scorer. He can score at all three levels. If you close out to him at the three-point line, he can put it down. They ISO him at that elbow like you just saw, and he can finish in the paint. He's having a really, really good year for UCLA on the offensive end.
West, the freshman out of Philadelphia.
Nice.
Underneath Singleton, an easy finish on the block.
If you can get the ball to that foul line area and collapse the defense, a lot of good things happen. Singleton on the back cut along the baseline. Easy 2 points.
Dent, season high 23 in Big Ten play. Leaves it off for Booker. Offensive board, Bilodeau. Dent checks his feet, fires, buries it.
I'm telling you, sometimes it's a half, sometimes it's one shot, sometimes it's a game. But don't be surprised if Donovan Dent goes on a run here based on the confidence he reclaimed in that Purdue game on Tuesday night.
Singleton looking for space. And a save ends up in the hands of the Bruins. Eric Daly Jr. goes wall to wall. Rebound Martinelli.
Looking for the contact, didn't get the whistle, still got to finish those.
Martinelli pulls up. Offensive rebound, and free throws upcoming for Trey Singleton.
Well, one area Northwestern, if they're going to contend in this game, is they have to rebound. They have to rebound their defensive board. It helps if you get some second chance opportunities on the offensive end. But UCLA hasn't been a great rebounding team this year either. And I think that's one area they're continuing to improve in. But I think the backboard is not like it is in every game, but the backboard is going to be a big deciding factor in this one.
Yeah, both of these teams near the bottom of the conference in rebounding, as Singleton goes 1 of 2.
Xavier Booker played 35 minutes the other night. Hadn't been playing a whole lot based on matchups and his individual production, but had a good night against Purdue Tuesday.
Perry in the corner. Daly pulls up. And a rebound in Northwestern.
Well, here's the thing, Carlo. UCLA is much different on the offensive end without Sky Clark. He's missed the last 5 games. He's been a huge part of their offensive success. Martinelli gets that runner to go, but they've had to change things offensively. UCLA guys have had to step up. Trent Perry has stepped up, but they really need Dent to be consistently aggressive and productive in the absence of Sky Clark.
And they're missing 13 points a game and a plus 40% three-point shooter. Booker open and a foul. Almost a poster on the freshman Singleton, who got an early opportunity on defense.
Because of the expectation of Donovan Dent coming here and what the year he had last year at New Mexico, there's been a lot of talk about the shooting percentages. I've already mentioned it twice for Dent. But what has been good all year is his playmaking, his ability to draw defenders, find open guys, himself getting to the foul line. But you see a shot of Sky Clark there. Their best three-point shooter really helps spacing the floor for this UCLA offense. Hopefully he gets back soon.
Booker connects on the first, not the second. Northwestern can take back the lead. West,
I like that.
With a right-handed layup.
I like this Jake West kid. Fearless, competitive, tough. Played well the other night, 11 points against USC. You have to love this if you're Chris Collins, getting a freshman point guard getting reps like this in the Big Ten.
Donovan Dent, the southpaw, Daly, short.
Good find by Dent. Daly just couldn't knock down the open one.
Green looking for space. Northwestern coming off their first conference win, looking for another on their trip to LA. Right corner three. Singleton, nothing but cords.
I saw that the other night, where whenever Martinelli gets the ball, all eyes go to him. And so he could have turned and tried to back down Donovan Dent. Didn't, found Singleton in the corner for the open three.
Dent turns the corner. Perry into traffic. Bilodeau lines it up, knocks it down.
Has been so consistent all year from behind the three-point line, 44%. At his size, that makes you a matchup problem. He's been a problem for the opposition all year.
It ends the 8-1 run by the Wildcats.
Not as much of this year with Martinelli. The straight ISO game. No second defender comes. He leaves it short.
Dent the other way. Almost a pretty finish by Daly.
Good setup by Dent again. See, his passing is just off the charts. Donovan Dent hasn't led to many buckets yet, but just great finds.
Singleton, the left wing three. Martinelli on the reload. And Booker cleans it up.
Shooting 2.5 of those a game. Martinelli, 52%. Last couple hasn't found it.
Perry finds space in the lane and a right-handed lane.
Speaking of finding it, Donovan Dent is putting on a master class here early of drawing defenders and finding open guys.
He picks up an assist there, and UCLA's back in front.
Well, that pass he does, he's done it twice already, Carlo, where he gets into the lane and then throws it opposite, on the money every time. That's really hard to put it on time and in the right spot.
With 7 to shoot, Martinelli looking to bail him out, and with a soft touch he does.
That's his game right there. That's what, following him the last couple of years, all those off rhythm, off timing shots, flip shots, hook shots, runners, so good at that stuff.
Looking to lead the conference in scoring in back-to-back seasons. Booker turns on Martinelli.
I think both teams looking for a timeout here. 6-minute rip, no stoppage. We may get to the under 12 timeout. There's a double team.
West with 10 to shoot, turns on Perry. And a block by Booker.
Letting him play, I like it.
Bilodeau, another three.
There's no hesitation, Carlo. That's how confident he's become. Last year, there was a little bit of hesitation. Is this a good shot? Should I be taking it? This year, zero hesitation. That's why he's shooting such a high percentage.
Bruins back in front. Up 14-12 early. Martinelli.
Backside help.
Booker, another rebound. That's his 4th of the game. Daly stays on his feet and flips it up with the left hand. Crash course to the rim.
Hey, look, there's some contact when you play basketball. Let's play through it. We don't need a whistle on the contact every time.
Not sure we'll get 40 free throws again today. Martinelli on Perry, the senior on sophomore. Quick hands by Daly.
Well, Martinelli is waiting to see if that second defender would come, kind of force the issue that time.
Dent thought Bilodeau was going to stay in the corner and throws it out of bounds.
We're off to a good start here. UCLA with a 4-point lead. Martinelli, unselfish play to Singleton. And Martinelli, this off-rhythm, off-timing stuff, so good. But Bilodeau, top 10 in the league in scoring. UCLA up 4.
Ten-2 Bruin run. How does Northwestern respond?
Zone look to start the possession for UCLA into man-to-man.
Clayton goes to Martinelli.
The other thing about Martinelli, he plays the whole game. Barely sits.
7 to shoot. Northwestern needs offense. Reed heaves it and missed it all.
Like Northwestern might have been a little confused early in that shot clock by the changing defense of UCLA. Certainly not a good look out of a timeout for Reed.
First shot of the game. Jamerson to Jamar Brown.
We can get it going at 28 against Illinois a couple weeks ago.
Perry from the corner.
speaking of improving, Trent Perry, year one to this year, significant jump, has gotten a major opportunity lately with Sky Clark being out, but he's responded at 30 against Penn State last week. His confidence continues to grow.
Page swings it out to Reed. Under 10 to shoot. Reed in traffic and a steal. Here comes Dent against Cheravino. And Cheravino stays straight up.
If you're playing in this one, hopefully you've recognized you can't be looking for a whistle. You're probably not going to get it, at least not yet.
Just 2 points in the last 5.5 minutes for Northwestern.
We got 2 total fouls in the first 9 minutes. Knock on wood.
UCLA only shot 2 free throws in that win over Purdue. It's their lowest ever.
Well, look, I don't think it's this way, but I like when you get into conference play that we're not putting teams on the line the whole game. Let's make you earn it through contact. There's going to be some, as I mentioned earlier.
Jamar Brown throws it up to Perry. Good job, Don. There's a foul. It's a beautiful day here in Los Angeles.
And he's game an emerging three-point shooter, but all his back to the basket, footwork, right shoulder, left shoulder, makes him really difficult to guard. We'll see 10 straight games of 20-plus. Hard to do in the Big Ten.
The active leader in 20-point games in a row is a steal by Clayton. Northwestern trying to make it a one-possession game. Cheravino. Martinelli the putback and a goaltend.
I mean, he's just relentless. If he doesn't get it on the possession, he goes to the offensive board. You have to know where he is at all times. And a for sure goaltend by Jamerson.
You talk about the grit he plays with, Don. He's top 5 in offensive rebounds in the conference.
Yeah, I mean, it's just relentless. That's the best word to describe Nick Martinelli. And he's good.
Here comes Donovan Dent for UCLA, and a foul goes on Reed.
Donovan Dent is so good at that. Get defenders on his hip and then finding a way to put them in position to foul him. Unfortunately, with the stuff we've been talking about, shooting percentages, free throw shooting percentage down around 62% this year. But again, hopefully for him and UCLA, that Purdue game was a breakout.
He shot 78% a season ago in New Mexico.
Mick Cronin talking about him, just wants him to play. You know what? We don't care if you miss them all. Just play and stop worrying about it.
Offensive rebound, Jamerson. Bilodeau hammered by Cheravino. Left his feet with nowhere to land.
When you play as hard as Northwestern does, you're going to foul some people. And you'd rather have that than playing soft and not playing with the physicality and intent that you need to play with. The trick is being able to do it without fouling too much. Got away with it the other night, had 25 fouls against USC on Wednesday night.
There's the second on Reed as he fouls Perry coming around a pair of screens.
Well, those you can't live with if you're Chris Collins. Those are bad fouls where you're fouling jump shooters. Just a mistake by Reed. Good play design by UCLA, but if you're closing out, the last thing you want to do is get close enough to put that official in position to call a foul.
Perry's got 2 more, and he's stepped up in the place of Sky Clark. Down, he's averaging over 15 a game his last couple of contests since being moved into that starting lineup.
Everyone's journey is different, Carlo. I've talked about this a lot, where Trent was a McDonald's All-American. Some McDonald's All-Americans are one and done. They're in the NBA draft the next year. Some have to figure it out, don't play a lot as a freshman, but you have to stay with it and get better. And Mick Cronin develops guards. And so I knew that Trent Perry would make a jump this year. He has, but a bigger jump because of the absence of Sky Clark, but he's taken advantage of that. You have to be ready. You never know what's going to happen during the course of the season.
Puts UCLA up 4. Northwestern looking for back-to-back wins in conference, and a kickball is called after coming up with their first win of Big Ten play against USC. Meanwhile, UCLA undefeated here at home. They are 11-0 in Poly Pavilion. So Reed to throw it in. Look how far back he stands.
It's just so hard. I don't care who you are to win on the road in the Big Ten. It's just hard. It is.
Martinelli defers to West. Cherovino. Offensive rebound, Martinelli.
Yeah, I was going to say, guess who?
Donovan Dent with the steal and the scoop away.
Heads up play by Dent coming from the backside to poke it away from Martinelli. Goes coast to coast.
And Northwestern does not average a lot of turnovers per game.
No. Shockingly good. 8.5 a game.
That last one, their third. West cannot hit the three.
Martinelli commands so much attention that you figure he's usually aware where all the defenders are. He wasn't that time. Dent with an easy deuce.
The Bruins looking to take their largest lead early in this one. Dent turns the corner. Bilodeau with so much room. Knocks down another three.
And those two together all year has been just lethal. Bilodeau spotted up in the corner. Dent finds him.
11 points for Bilodeau to give UCLA a 9-point lead. Page to Clayton. And the captain connects from distance.
They play hard. They're good defensively. We know what we're getting from Martinelli. It's the other guys that have to step up and be productive.
Here comes Dent. Attacks. Runs into Jamerson. Tries a tough two. And a jump ball coming.
This is what I was saying earlier, Carlo. This pass, he makes it look so easy, and it's just not. Like, you got to know where everyone is. Kept it in one hand, but on time and on target. Clayton coming off that DHO, but Dent makes those passes and those plays look so much easier than they actually are. And the key is being on time and being on target with those passes. Anyone can throw that pass, but if the guy catching it's got to reload, regroup to get into a shooting motion, it's not as effective.
Big reason why he's top 3 in assists. Max Green buries the straightaway three. Northwestern back-to-back trade balls back within a possession.
And that's what's going to keep them in this game. They need to get production from other guys other than Martinelli. Doing it so far, one possession game.
Bilodeau finishes 13 early on a perfect 5 for 5.
Well, if you think he's going to pop off that high ball screen with Dent, now he's going to roll. Easy flip in the lane. That's why it's so hard to guard, because you don't know if he's going to roll or pop.
Northwestern hit their last 2 shots after going 1 for 9 in a stretch. Green steps back with 5 to shoot. Cherovino. And West stepped out of bounds. That's now 4 Northwestern turnovers as the Bruins lead by 5.
How good of a tandem is Dent and Bilodeau? Either behind the line or inside the line. UCLA up 5. And a big reason why they're still undefeated.
They continue to just run through anybody in front of them. One of the best stories in college basketball.
The best story in college basketball.
Dent into a double team, now retreats and reattacks. Was there a touch? Bruins will keep it with 6 to shoot.
See what they drop here late. Shot clock, baseline out of bounds.
UCLA led by 9. Northwestern cut it to 3.
Slip here.
3 to shoot. Dent off one leg, finds 2 points.
The runner over the defender. Dent's showing a lot of stuff here in the first half, isn't he?
7 points, 4 assists already. Singleton wants a screen. And a foul going on Daly.
Well, by now, Northwestern probably figures when he turns the corner, he's going to find somebody. And that one, because of the late shot clock, had to do it himself. Good touch there.
Coming off 23 points, 13 assists, 3 blocks in that game against Purdue.
I think the best thing that happened to Donovan Dent the other night was Braden Smith coming to town and accepting the challenge, kind of stop thinking about himself and that he's not shooting it great. Just focus on the matchup with Braden Smith, and he won that matchup on Tuesday night.
Singleton gets hit hard by Jamerson.
I don't mind that foul from Jamerson. If you're not going to be able to block it, don't let him lay it up. Make him earn it at the foul line.
Cronin talked about having smart fouls coming into today.
You know, both these teams, Carlo, are similar. Not identical, but similar in the fact that they guard. They don't play super fast. Northwestern playing a little bit faster this year, as you see the good hard foul by Jamerson. So I'm not surprised this game, the complexion of this game, the first 14 minutes looks like this. It's going to come down to offensive execution and who makes shots.
Bruins have made their last 4, shooting over 50%.
UCLA running a lot more this year as well.
Perry uses the window.
Do it yourself. And you saw the gesture by Perry looking for the whistle. Guys, the game's been officiated consistently since the start. You're going to have to earn your trip to the foul line today.
Martinelli kicks it. Clayton, his second 3.
Well, the more Martinelli can do that and trust guys on the perimeter when he draws defenders, does it differently than Dent. But he draws defenders as well, find guys on the perimeter. They got to step up and knock in those threes.
Back to a 4-point game. Northwestern's first ever visit here to Poly Pavilion. Greedy kicks it. 9 to shoot. Perry gets a slither of space and more points for Trent Perry.
Play he wouldn't have made last year. Under control, gets to 2 feet. Didn't like the first one, steps through, puts it off the window. Nice play by Trent Perry.
Martinelli, double team, the pump fakes. Still fighting.
Not sure how he didn't finish that one. He had 3 chances at it.
Perry controls, swings it. Bilodeau off the line. He doesn't care. He makes it.
NBA line. Missed coverage by Northwestern. You see Chris Collins not happy because you know Bilodeau, that's the first thing you talk about when playing UCLA is the ball screen with Bilodeau involved. And Perry doesn't really turn it hard, but no one home. Bilodeau knocks it in, having a big first half.
I usually play 3 minutes, so 4 points is good for me.
Good production.
Here comes Northwestern. UCLA has matched their largest lead at 9.
Important, I think, last 4:15 of the first half. This game looks like it's kind of teetering. It could go either way. Stay tight, or UCLA could push this lead out.
Bruins a chance at the first double-digit advantage. They've made 5 straight shots.
Martinelli guarding Perry. See if he can keep him in front.
Perry turns the corner, gets downhill. How about 10 first-half points for Trent Perry?
Confidence is a big thing in any sport. In basketball, it's a huge thing. And Trent Perry has a lot more confidence this year than he did last year. It's obvious.
Martinelli sees the double. Defers to Page, 8 to shoot. Page.
UCLA's defense has been pretty good here in this first half, limiting Martinelli to 6 points, leading scorer in the country. But USC did a good job on him the other night. He had a big second half. Finished with 22.
Jamar Brown wants in on the three-point party, and he connects. 10-0 Bruin run.
You can't cover everything. If you're letting guards get inside of your defense in the paint or near the paint, it opens the perimeter, and UCLA is knocking their threes down. 6 for 8 in the first half.
Northwestern trying to stop the bleeding early. Martinelli, good positioning, and a left-handed layup.
You just can't let him get that deep if you're Eric Daly. That's a for sure bucket. You let him catch that deep, put 2 on the board.
It ends the 3-minute scoring drought for Northwestern. Perry steps back, tough too. Oh yeah! All smiles for Trent Perry.
I've been getting all the way to the rim. That gets cut off. Let's step back, hit that 12, 13-foot float or fadeaway. Playing well, Trent Perry.
Page pulls up and drains it.
Got a lot of talent, Page.
Transfer from Cincinnati, spent the year prior at USC. UCLA 8 straight makes. And an offensive foul on Booker.
Primary ball handler with Dent out of the game. Trent Perry, I mentioned he had been getting all the way to the rim. That's a fadeaway, and nobody there this time. Little shield from Eric Daly there.
Think he's feeling good?
Well, the good news is this. Scott Clark's going to be back at some point. So now you've raised Trent Perry's level with all the reps he's gotten in minutes and opportunity. Bring Scott Clark back. Now you got 3 guys playing at a high level.
Max Green, not enough. UCLA's largest lead is 14. They're up 12. Daly gets tangled up and gets fouled. Coming up, it's the Ram Trucks halftime report with Rob Stone and Donnie Marshall. Seth Davis as well in our studio. They'll have scores and highlights from a busy day of college hoops around the country, including some big-time battles in the Big Ten.
Daly got 2 shots out of that. I think he was in his shooting motion, but I guess he was. Still neither team, well actually UCLA in the bonus now, but UCLA with only 4 team fouls in this first half.
One blemish has been the free throw line for the Bruins, where they're 3 for 8. 3 for 9.
But still up 12.
Here comes Northwestern. Second of a 2-game road trip. Green stays on 2 feet. Pretty feed, and Martinelli with the bucket.
For sure Green was going to try and put that up on the rim himself. Just wrap around pass to Martinelli.
Martinelli halfway to 20. Perry steps into space. Here comes Singleton. One-on-one with Perry. The Euro. And out of bounds to the Bruins. Chris Collins wants a block.
I feel like that had to be one or the other. I don't. When there's contact with a guy going to the basket like that, it's either a block or a charge. I don't think that's a no call, but we move on.
Booker gets Jamerson.
Should be the last possession of this first half. UCLA 10-point lead.
The offense humming for the Bruins. They have one more bucket in them before the break. Dent with already 4 assists and 7 points. With 7, Daly. Singleton breaks it up and steals it. West with 2, with 1. Blocked by Dent. And that closes the books on the first half. Big Ten win. Looking to make it 2 straight. Booker swings it to a cutting Perry. He pump fakes and he's blocked. Booker the offensive rebound. The hoop in the harm.
Well, more of that from Xavier Booker. And that's what Mick Cronin has asked of him. At Michigan State, primarily floated on the perimeter, shot threes. And Mick Cronin challenged him before the season started. Can you be a better post defender? Can you be a better rebounder? And can you affect the game more in the interior? Hasn't been as consistent as you would like, but he has shown flashes of being a more dominant inside player.
First offensive trip for Northwestern. Martinelli had 10 in the first half. Halfway to 20. He scored 20 in 10 straight games. Longest active streak in college basketball.
I'd like to see Northwestern attack.
Green from outside. Nothing but net.
What I was going to say about Northwestern is whoever you want guarding Martinelli in action so that they switch on to Martinelli, a smaller, either Dent, Perry, and let Martinelli go to work. You know UCLA is switching everything that Martinelli's involved in.
Daly the drive, the floater, the finish.
Tough shot, got the contact. Not an easy shot. Daly made that look easy.
Crop finds Green. West on the baseline with 8 to shoot.
Gotta go.
Northwestern needs a bucket. West the Euro step. And the layup did not hit the rim.
I don't know if it did. I'll get another look at that. I think it did hit the rim. Hard to tell from where we're sitting. Let's see. No, I don't think it hit. Yeah, I don't think it did. They're going to challenge it.
You'd look for a change in rotation on the ball. Collins is going to challenge. You get 1 a game, you win it, you keep it. As long as you have a timeout, you can use a second challenge. This will be close.
From what I saw, I don't think it hit. But maybe we didn't have the right angle. Let's see here. I don't think it did. Do you?
That may be a graze, but it doesn't look like the ball moves at all. I don't know if you can have enough video evidence. This is the angle where it looks closest to me.
Yeah.
And that's not a shot.
No, the question is, did Martinelli's tap to the rim beat the shot clock? That's what I think they're looking at. That's later after you already got it. But on the initial tap, get one more look at it. On the West miss, watch, does this tap right there hit it before the clock? I think it did. Where's the tap? Definitely. Good challenge by Chris Collins.
Our officiating crew still looking at it. Here comes
After review, it has been determined that the shot hit the rim on the putback by number 1, which would have reset the shot clock to 20 seconds. It will be Northwestern's basketball with 19 seconds on the shot clock.
Which is unfortunate for Northwestern because Martinelli had 2 points.
Yeah.
So they're wiping that off. They do retain possession, but you'd rather have the 2 points.
So Chris Collins keeps his challenge. He's talking to Larry Scrota. So UCLA up by 11 here. Michael Irvin giving us a review at the table, explaining everything. Don, what'd you gather from Michael?
So because the whistle blew the play dead, they couldn't count the Martinelli basket. But there's 19 on the shot clock because 1 second went off after Martinelli tipped it and it hit the rim.
And now you get a baseline out of bounds for Northwestern, trying to make it a single-digit UCLA lead. And Cronin also getting his explanation.
I got fooled by that a little bit because that tip by Martinelli, the first one, I didn't realize hit the rim before the shot clock went off. Nice job by the officiating crew, got that one right.
Second chance on this offensive trip for Northwestern. Where do they go?
Now, one thing I haven't mentioned about Martinelli, we've been talking about him all afternoon, as Wes lets a three go, is he understands that if you want to score, you need to set good screens. Martinelli sets really good screens, which when you do set good screens, it makes the defense harder to get through. They're late, and then you're the one that gets open.
Bilodeau tagged for a foul here on Kropp.
Northwestern hanging around here. Felt like UCLA played pretty well in that first half, but haven't been able to push this lead out considerably.
You shoot over 60% from the field in the three-point line. You expect maybe to be up by more than 10. 2-for-2 trip for Kropp, who's got his first points of the afternoon.
Is it still considered afternoon, Carlo, or is it nighttime now? What is 4 o'clock nighttime or afternoon?
If you tell me meet at 4, I'm not calling that nighttime.
Yeah.
That's afternoon.
Yeah, I agree. Just want some clarification.
Well, what's your cutoff then?
I think it's 5, isn't it?
Yeah, I think 5. That's when happy hour ends.
That's a big thing.
Green to West. Singleton hit his first three. Has missed all of them since.
One area I'm sure he will continue to evolve, Singleton, is three-point shooting rest of this year into the summer, and hopefully comes back a better shooter next year as Daly knocks down the open three.
7-3 of the game for UCLA puts them back up 12. West against Dent. Martinelli with a lot of space for him. Maybe 2 open off the front rim.
It's an interesting point, Carlo. Guys like Martinelli always seem to have defenders around him, so does it freak them out a little bit when they're open like that? Maybe.
Donovan Dent slithering through the defense for 2 points.
So good at change of speed, change of direction, getting to spots on the floor where he wants. Today finishing at the rim.
Martinelli pulls up from 15. Dent to the rim, the reverse, and he spills and is fouled. Hopefully he's all right. Down in a heap, grabbing the back of his uniform. Martinelli came to contest.
Mid-February to Michigan and Michigan State. Michigan State this morning put the wood to Maryland, man.
Truly no days off in the Big Ten as Dent hits the first.
The thing about Michigan State is their habits for 40 minutes are as good as anybody in the country. Discipline, both sides of the ball, defensively. So if you're not ready, they can run up the score, and they did this morning.
Dent goes 1 of 2 as the Bruins are trying to run up a 15-point lead. 6-0 run here. The free throw struggles continue, just 4 of 12 from the free throw line. Jamerson the foul, reaching in on Page. Side out coming.
Based on what we saw in the first half in terms of letting play go and physicality, hard to believe that that's a foul. All players want is consistency.
Dent, the interception. He missed the dunk.
Dent has done that before.
Page gets hit hard trying to collect the lob from Jake West.
Dent Not sure why he doesn't just lay these up, but he did this earlier in the year. Tried to dunk it on the end, open. And then
puts Page at the free throw line. He's played against the Bruins before when he was at USC in his freshman season. As Mick Cronin looks on towards his team.
14-point lead for UCLA. Chance for Northwestern to cut it to 13. They're going to have to start stringing together some stops.
Then retreats. Bilodeau's been perfect today.
On the switch. Nice.
And he stays perfect.
He started as that guy at Oregon State, where they throw it into the post. He was pretty good down there. He's gotten better, but now the balance in his offensive game, being able to step out on the roll, on the pop.
Martinelli misses. Rebound for Bilodeau.
When you catch it on the block or the mid post, you wait to see if the double's coming. If not, you got to go. Spins off the defender West and lays it in.
Bilodeau had 6 inches and almost 40 pounds on Jake West there. And he continues to just light it up. 7 for 7, 18 points. See if they go back to him. Bilodeau's got the 5'10" read on him. Perry blocked by Page. And it goes to Northwestern.
From my angle, it looked like Bilodeau was the last to touch it. Seems that way.
Wildcats 1 for 7 to start the half. Reed. Ten on the shot clock. Again, Clayton from the corner. That's his third three.
Big shot to cut it to 13.
Came in with 9 total threes on the season. He's got 3 here this afternoon.
It's that time of year, Carlo, where the scouting reports have gotten so thick with all the game film that it's not easy, but easier to take the leading scorers out of the game. What does that do? It leaves other guys open. So you see this halfway through a conference schedule where other guys who hadn't been scoring, hadn't been getting a lot of opportunities, are now, because of the ability of the other team to defend your leading guys.
Perry attacks, steps back, and splashes the jumper.
Trent Perry's found something with that get to 2 feet fadeaway mid-range game. Second one today.
Reed swings it. Page on the baseline. Cherubino stays up top and finishes with the right hand.
Slid right through both defenders. Kind of reloaded, brought it down, then brought it back up. Nice play by Cherubino.
Cuts it back to 13. UCLA's largest lead, 16. Dent. Cherubino fouls him.
Is Dent passing that or shooting that? Let's go back to Cherubino. Right between them both.
Dent is shooting it. And he misses a free throw. Not often does a team shoot 61% from the field, 64% from 3, and 31% from the three-point line.
It's just head scratching with Dent at the foul line this year. You know, you kind of get it when it's 3s and 2s, live action, defense guarding you, but foul line, I feel like even if you get off to a bad start, if you're a good foul shooter, which he was at New Mexico, eventually you get back on track. This really hasn't happened yet for Donovan Dent.
Cheravino retreats for Northwestern. First ever game in this building for the Wildcats. Page forces one. Williams a steal.
Gonna try and dunk it this time.
Blocked by Page, but he got there late. They count the bucket.
There's been a, Northwestern does not turn it over a lot. But today there's been enough live ball turnovers to lead to easy buckets for UCLA.
Seven fast break points for the Bruins. Reed to the rim. And he gets hit by Perry.
I don't remember because I'm too old, Carlo, but apparently Jaden Reed had an air ball in the first half.
You think so? UCLA fans letting them know.
Yeah. Student section didn't forget.
No.
He got an air ball in the first half.
Here they come again. One more coming for Reed, who misses the first. The transfer from the University of South Florida, who led the team in assists, points, steals. And he momentarily silences the crowd. Donovan Dent. Slow dribble into the blue paint. And out of bounds to Northwestern.
It's interesting how the game has evolved, that they set that high ball screen way out near half court. Why? It's if the ball handler can get around that screen, use the screen, he can get downhill faster and longer. Makes it more difficult to guard. More spacing.
Reed underneath the umbrella of Booker and a steal. UCLA running. Williams baseline jumper. Cheravino. Northwestern trying to cut away at the double-digit UCLA lead. They've been up double digits most of the half. Page with 10 to shoot. Singleton drowning in white jerseys and a jump ball.
In the half court, playmaking, getting others involved. Bilodeau has been the recipient of a lot of it.
Cheravino with 2 to shoot. And Booker the rebound. Chance for UCLA to take their largest lead and open up this one a little more.
Martinelli back in the game. They have to get him more involved here the last 11 minutes or so of this one.
Dent gets cut off by Singleton. Booker back to the basket. Spinning. And a rebound for Singleton.
Pretty good defensive possession that time for Northwestern.
Singleton pulls up and leaves it a little short.
Martinelli has not scored in this second half. And we mentioned in the first half, 10 straight games of 20 plus. Still at 10 points in this one.
He's taken just 3 shots the last 10 minutes. Freeney to Dent. With 3 to shoot. Dent does it himself.
Northwestern generate enough offense here late to get back in this one.
Clayton looking for his first 3. And a rebound for Jamar Brown. West almost a steal.
Like Northwestern's been pretty good defensively here in the second half. It's just they haven't been able to generate enough offense to get it back under 10.
There's 3 made field goals for the Wildcats in this half. Brandon Williams looking for Booker. 6 to shoot. Freeney with 2. He's got to go. And a shot clock violation.
Well, that's Donovan Dent's fault. As good as he's been here today and all season, you can't give a guy the ball out on the perimeter with a guy squared up defensively with 5 seconds left. Donovan Dent's got to recognize it's late clock. I got the ball in my hands. I'm the point guard. I got to make something happen for myself or get a guy a shot. That was just giving it up to Freeney at the end of the clock.
Couple stops in a row for Northwestern. How can they get points? Ian Martinelli driving the baseline. Martinelli steps around the defense, gets fouled. His first trip to the free throw line.
I have a feeling they might start making their possessions go through him. Let's see if it continues. But 3 defenders around Martinelli. That's why I said in the first half, Carlo, like for him to be leading the country in scoring with the players he's playing with who are developing, starting 3 freshmen now. Just unbelievable how hard he plays and wills himself to score. One interesting thing, see if we can get a shot of it. Watch Martinelli jumps in his free throw. Very unusual at this level. And I didn't ask him the other night, but I want to ask him, and I'm sure somebody has asked him why he jumps on his free throw.
A little hop works. He goes 2 for 2. Booker on the nice pass from Perry.
Pass by Perry. Booker on the roll.
It ends a 3.5-minute scoring drought for UCLA. Martinelli. Green. Martinelli gets inside, gets fouled.
Just keeps working, man. You see that sequence? Got it in the corner on one side, threw it opposite corner, then followed his pass to the other side of the lane and got himself 2 free throws. I mean, that's what I'm saying. He works so hard to get the ball and to get shots every night. Not some nights, every night.
Hey, talking about the team's win over USC, he spoke to the grit of his group. Said, look, we haven't really played 40 minutes this season of hard basketball on the defensive side. He felt like they did a good job doing that and also taking care of the ball in that game. And the nation's leading scorers got 14 points. Perry picked up 12 points in the first half, just 2 cents. Freeney dumps inside for Bilodeau. Game high 18. Bilodeau kicks. Perry can't save it.
Jake West pulled the chair out from under Bilodeau. Bilodeau thought he was going to stand him up, and he just let him go. Bilodeau off balance, throws it away. Good play by the freshman West.
These freshmen for Northwestern really getting an education from Martinelli and what it looks like to play day in and day out.
It's just so valuable. Reps. Reps is what you need to get confident.
Martinelli finds one of those freshmen, Jake West. Out to another freshman in Singleton. 4 to shoot. Martinelli checks it, defers. West, step back, 3. Perry the rebound.
West on Bilodeau again here. Let's see if they go back to it.
Perry throws it by him. Bruins leading by 13.
They've had good days. I mentioned in the first half they went 21 for 21 at Penn State. So interesting today.
Here comes Northwestern. As the Wildcats maybe a big 3 away from feeling like they're in this. Martinelli's been quiet, but aggressive lately. And he misses 0 for 4 from the field. Daly then lost it out of bounds. Max Green was the one to force it. But how about the TV Northwestern's got behind the bench to check on challenges?
Daly was in a hurry, really, for no reason. You got a 13-point lead, under 8 to go. No reason to be in a hurry now.
A kick ball by Jamerson. Northwestern without a field goal in over 6 minutes. Game, it started strong. UCLA 41 first half points. They led by 10 at the break. As our officials are looking at the last play. And then the game has kind of stalled out. 4 UCLA turnovers the last 5 minutes, and Northwestern without a field goal in that stretch. Chris Collins looking on, talking about how his young group has had a lot of close contests.
Yeah, they have. And that's why I said earlier in the show in our open about how they felt like their record should have been better in conference play because of some of the games they've lost, close games.
7 games this season by 5 points or fewer. Martinelli in the lane. Almost a putback by Singleton. Dent sets up with a game-high 5 assists.
I think the reason they have West on Bilodeau is for that pick and pop game. Now switched on to Daly.
With 7 to shoot. Daly, spray it. Bilodeau firing. Offensive rebound, Jamerson, and it's out of bounds to the Bruins. Bilodeau's human. He finally misses after making his first 8 shots.
That one wasn't as open as the ones were in the first half, but certainly not going to fault him for missing one.
And a foul on the inbound going on Singleton. Down on the baseline. Bilodeau. Sandwiched. Falls on it. And a jump ball. The arrow up to the Bruins.
Bilodeau tried to split that double and get into the middle. But Northwestern did a good job staying with it, and Bilodeau stays with it on the ground. UCLA gets possession back. 13 on the clock.
Bruins 11-0 in this building this season. They went 15-2 at home last year. Northwestern looking for back-to-back conference wins. Perry with 4 to shoot. Perry stays on his pivot foot. And a weak side rebound by West.
Western giving themselves a chance here with their defense.
Singleton heads the line.
UCLA under Mick Cronin has been very good of guarding without fouling. And to close this one out, because now Northwestern's in the bonus the rest of the way. The last thing you want to do if you're UCLA is foul, stop the clock, and put Northwestern on the foul line.
That last foul, the 4th on Jamerson, who's talking to Mick Cronin. Singleton, the highest ranked recruit in school history. One of just 4 players to play in every game for the Wildcats, with 9 points, looking for double figures.
Just under 24 minutes a game, 7.3, 4.6 rebounds. Getting a great opportunity here as a freshman at Northwestern.
Not many freshmen start for the Wildcats under Chris Collins. This is his 17th start.
Probably need to do it correctly, Carlo. At Northwestern, they call them first year.
My bad. Is it rookies?
No, they call them first year players.
Daly with a left-handed finish. Here's a first year in Jake West.
Oh, so now we're going to finish the game calling them first years, huh?
I just want to get it right. Offensive foul on Northwestern.
Just because they call them first years doesn't mean we have to.
That's fair. That's fair.
Daly just punishing the switch. A lot of switching being done in today's college game. So can you identify the switches in the matchups and take advantage?
Bilodeau. Almost a back rim bounce. Offensive rebound, Daly.
One thing I said in the first half, Carla, was whoever wins the backboard is probably going to win this one. And UCLA in the second half, it feels like it's gotten more opportunities on the offensive backboard.
They have in this one. As Dent's going to shoot 1-and-1 on the foul. So far today, 2 for 6 from the charity stripe. And he misses that one, UCLA.
Daly again.
Third chance on this trip. Bruins trying to extend a 13-point lead.
The clock just going down.
Booker spins. Not enough on it.
Really good look at it, though. Point blank range.
Northwestern's without a field goal in almost 9 minutes. Martinelli. Clayton, the pump fake, the bounce pass. Singleton is blocked with a foul. Dent thought he got it clean. And now the question is he right? What do we think, Tom?
I don't know. Hard to tell.
You talked about Martinelli jumping on his free throws. Watch Singleton's left foot on this free throw.
Yeah, he jumps a little bit too.
Yeah.
Unusual. At the free throw line, whatever works to let him go in. It doesn't matter how you do it. Everybody's got a different routine, different way of doing it. As long as they go in, who cares how you do it?
Daly. Another offensive rebound for UCLA. And off the hands of West. It goes to the Bruins. 11-point lead for UCLA. Final 4 minutes coming up.
But their schedule is going to be challenging here coming up.
Jake West, the steal. And he's fouled. What a scoop from West, who heads to the free throw line.
Well, here's what you have to appreciate if you're Chris Collins. Team's still playing hard. Haven't given up on this one. So 11-point game and your freshman point guard's making plays here down the stretch. He'll get 2 free throws.
He's coming off his best performance of the season against USC. Career high in points, rebounds, and assists. As he puts in the free throw, and all of a sudden, Don, 10-point game, 3:49 to go. UCLA had been up double digits pretty much the entire half.
Haven't been as clean here of late. UCLA missed free throws, some turnovers, has allowed Northwestern to hang around. But the question stays, can Northwestern generate enough offense to come all the way back? Their defense has been pretty good here in the second half.
Dent knows time is his friend. Under 10 to shoot. Dent splits the defense. Green almost a steal.
No reset.
Perry with 2. Pumps. Heaves. Rebound Martinelli.
Big possession here for Northwestern. I believe Martinelli's going to be involved.
He is not out of field goal this half. West looking for him. Green wants a screen. Green for 3. Money! It's a 6-point game and a timeout, UCLA.
Now Max Green. I gotta believe you go to your best play, which is ball screen action with Bilodeau and Dent. See how Northwestern guards it, what you can get out of it.
Brown left alone, buries the three.
Great play design by Mick Cronin. It was the high ball screen. Bilodeau gets a switch, goes straight to the front of the rim. That sucks in the defender on the weak side. Jamar Brown wide open for the three.
A big one to push the lead back to 9. And Collins asking for a timeout. They won't give it to him.
After that three, now you can afford to run this thing all the way down if you're UCLA. Just don't want to turn it over.
Perry. And that might be it for Singleton. That's his 5th. As Collins is looking towards the officials, it seemed like he was calling for a timeout.
Yeah, he was. See, Bilodeau sucks defenders in. Brown wide open. Yeah, I'm not sure why Chris Collins didn't get a timeout. The official was standing right next to him.
Maybe they felt like...
Well, he had turned it over, but he was calling for a timeout before the turnover happened.
Yeah. It ends up being a turnover, and Perry at the free throw line gets the first. It was a 6-point game. Bruins have responded to push it back to 10.
Let's see if UCLA can finish this off by making free throws. Been a tough day at the foul line.
6 of 16. Trey Singleton is done. That is his 5th foul. So they'll be without their 2nd leading scorer today. The 10 games with 20 or more in jeopardy here for Martinelli, and now Collins is screaming for a timeout. So Northwestern will go to the drawing board. And for UCLA, it's been a 3-headed monster. Bilodeau and Dent continue to be consistent in the starting lineup. But Trent Perry, who has stepped in for Sky Clark, what a performance here to this afternoon.
Yeah, he's played well. He's settled into that role, playing off the ball when Dent's in the game and playing on the ball when Dent's out of the game. But I've talked about confidence here all afternoon, and the confidence level he has between last year and this year is not even close. And you'd love to see that in young players, where you make a jump from freshman to sophomore, and then hopefully for him sophomore to junior. But a big part of what UCLA is doing right now is Trent Perry.
He's averaging 8 more points than a season ago. And when asked about staying at UCLA, he said, quote, "I'm not a runner. I want to stay the course." And that has helped him blossom here in year 2.
But just because, like, why would you go somewhere else? Like, you obviously needed to learn, you needed to get better, and you did. And so you come back your 2nd year, and you're playing a lot more and playing a lot better. That's how it works.
Under 2 to go. Here's Martinelli. Steps around the defense and uses the left hand. 16.
Smart play by Bilodeau. Just let him go. 2s don't hurt you right now. Worst thing you want to do is foul, stop the clock. Let that clock keep rolling.
Perry gives it up to Dent. Surveying, spray it to Brown. Dent in the lane. Bilodeau. In and out. And a rebound for Northwestern. The door still a little ajar.
A little.
Got to score in a hurry. Martinelli does that.
UCLA again got to take care of it. Probably going to have to make some free throws here to seal it. Take this all the way down to about 32, 33 seconds.
Dent waits. Swing it, Bilodeau. Another three. Short again. Rebound in the lane and a foul. Eric Daly Jr. using that big frame.
He's been good on the offensive board here in the second half. Daly.
Daly's got 3 offensive rebounds in this one.
Again, smart play by the UCLA players to just let Martinelli get the bucket. It's a 2. You got a big enough lead. Just do not want to stop the clock.
Daly cans the first.
Can't make it more than a 3-possession game, but is there enough time? 35 seconds, quick 2 or 3, and then either timeout Chris Collins or foul on the inbound down at the other end.
Substitution coming for the Bruins. Bilodeau checks out.
Nick Cronin going offense, defense here.
West to Martinelli with 18 points. He's got 20 for the 11th straight game. Nick Martinelli with 20 as a timeout by Collins. 7-point game.
NCAA tournament.
There's always opportunity to improve the resume in the Big Ten. Tends to throw it in. Perry double teamed.
Going for the steal first.
And a foul on Northwestern.
A smart play by Chris Collins and his staff. Go for this. Don't just automatically foul, because now you're just letting them get more points. Try and steal it first. Perry did a good job of not panicking there. Didn't like where he caught it, but didn't turn it over. Eventually got the foul.
UCLA has made their last 4 free throws after starting 5 of 15. Perry by his lonesome. Knocks down the first.
We just showed you the schedule. UCLA will go to Oregon next week on Wednesday. Oregon's had a lot of struggles, especially with injuries. Nate Biddle not playing now. Jackson Shellstead not playing. But you can't go in there just thinking because they're down and injured, you're just going to walk in there and beat them. You got to come with the right mindset.
West zigging and zagging on a right-handed layup. And another timeout for Chris Collins. Makes it a 7-point game with 19.7.
Western.
Wildcats need a steal. Perry calls a timeout. UCLA's got one more after that.
That's the last place you want to call timeout if you're Trent Perry. That deep corner sideline is a tough place to UCLA goes here. I mentioned tough to inbound from over there.
Perry stepped out of bounds.
Wow.
So now Northwestern a chance to cut it to 4 with a 3.
No timeouts for Northwestern, though. So even if you get a 3, you got to get up and try and get a steal or foul quickly. I'm assuming this is a play they work on for a 3. Or do you go quick 2 again? I don't think you have enough time for quick 2. This probably needs to be a 3-point attempt.
With 12 seconds on the game clock. Martinelli on the inbound. Swing at Clayton. Way downtown. And a little short. Clayton had made 3 threes today.
That was a tough one.
Yeah.
Late clock, deep, way behind the 3-point line.
Another chance to execute the baseline out of bounds for UCLA.
Collins just said no foul, so probably go for a steal here and then just let him go.
Inbound to Perry, and that will do it. Bruins remain perfect here at home.
Both of these teams played hard. In Northwestern's defense was good in the second half, just couldn't generate enough offense. But UCLA, we opened the show talking about following up that win against Purdue. They followed